Hey, it's Shirley B, and I believe we all have the power to change our lives for the better. And my goal is to help you believe and know that. Your mindset is your power, and change can sometimes feel overwhelming. So instead of focusing on all the huge things that you may feel you need to do in life, let's instead focus on small mindset shifts, small actions that anyone can take, so that little by little and piece by piece, you will change your life. Welcome to episode 7 of a podcast that I hope will help you make positive changes in your life, one little step at a time, to bring you more balance and peace in your life. If you've been listening all along, then thank you and welcome back. If this is your first time, no worries, you don't need to listen in order. But if you're here today, that means you're looking for something and you're maybe intrigued in how smiling can help. We keep talking about small changes, small things that by themselves may not feel like a lot, but once you put them together and do them consistently, I know you will see a difference in yourself and in your life. This one little thing that you can do that costs nothing, that takes no time out of your busy day, will not only create a positive impact on your life and mindset, but also on those around you. Whether those people interact with you regularly or on a daily basis, or simply strangers that you make contact with, this one little change can have a huge impact on everyone involved, but especially for you. And that one little change is simply to smile more. And if you're thinking to yourself, but I'm here because I don't feel like smiling. There's too much going on in my head, in my life, and too much going on in the world to even feel like smiling. Well, that's when you need to smile even more. So give me a minute to help explain why smiling, even when you don't want to, can change your whole outlook and how you feel on a day-to-day basis. First, let's look at the science of smiling and what the research shows, because there's a lot out there. And while you can't necessarily trust everything you see on the internet, there's not one thing I've researched that says smiling is bad for you. So let's dive into what I've found in my own life and out there in the big Google land. Smiling triggers a positive response in your brain. It signals to your brain that you must be happy about something. Just by moving your facial muscles into a smile, your brain is conditioned to see this as something good. It may not know what it is yet, but it still automatically reacts. The brain reacts to the muscles moving in a positive way and releases what are called happy hormones and endorphins that flow through your body, including serotonin and dopamine, and these are specifically what are noted as the happy hormones. So, why are these two called the happy hormones, and what do they actually do? Serotonin deals with emotions that you feel and directly affects digestion and metabolism. 95%, in fact, of the serotonin you produce is through your gut and is directly linked to your gut health. You know how when you're upset, you're nervous, or you have other negative type of emotions, you feel it in your gut? You tend to get more stomach aches. You have to go to the bathroom a lot. I call them nervous poos. Well, that could be due to the lower levels of serotonin when you're upset, when you're not in that happy space. And dopamine is what gives you feelings of pleasure. Changes in levels of dopamine can affect your mood, your sleep or lack thereof, your ability to learn, and the flow of blood throughout your body. Low levels of dopamine can lead to feeling less motivated, increase feelings of hopelessness, feeling stuck, and feeling like you're not able to help yourself. Your levels of serotonin and dopamine are directly linked to your gut health and your mental health. And in fact, low levels of serotonin and dopamine are associated with depression. And of course, increase in depression can weaken your immune system. And then a weakened immune system can lead to more illness. Even small illnesses, such as a common cold, just feeling tired, and a weakened immune system can directly impact the likelihood of more significant illness, which of course can lead to decreased quality of life or the extent of your lifespan in general. And of course, all of these negative physical impacts have an effect on your mental health. And then it creates a kind of cycle where you feel like crap, you're depressed, you have lower levels of these happy hormones, you get more sick, and it just keeps going in this vicious cycle. Well, that's just great, Shirley. Thanks for the pep talk. But wait, if lower serotonin and dopamine can do all these bad things to your body and mind, what if you could increase them? Wouldn't it make sense that if you could do the opposite and help you feel physically better, help you feel less depressed, and in turn, help your overall mental health? The good news is that's exactly what can happen. These happy hormones can lower your blood pressure and increase your pain threshold. They can get your gut health working, not just in your metabolism increase, but in digesting and processing your food better. And you know what that means? Yep, better poos. And honestly, who doesn't love a good poo? The increase in happy hormones creates overall better physical health, and with better physical health, you feel better in other ways. Your mind now has the opportunity to feel better. It becomes now a beautiful cycle where you feel good, you make better decisions, you're more motivated to do better. You may decide to eat better, work out, or go for walks. And simply walking, by the way, increases these happy hormones as well. And remember what we said at the beginning, that there is one simple thing that you can do to trigger your brain to think you are happy and doesn't cost anything or take any extra time. Not to know you are happy or, in fact, have anything that actually happens to create more happiness. But smiling activates your brain to react to what it thinks is a good thing for whatever reason, and it triggers the release of those happy hormones, of more serotonin and dopamine. So, what we've just said here is that smiling can directly impact your physical health, your sleep, your motivation, your decisions, your gut health, and most importantly, your overall mental health. Smiling creates a positive feedback loop for your brain. You smile and then you feel good. You feel good and then you smile, and on it goes. And I know that you may have things in your life that make you think you have nothing to smile about, or you can't think of what you can smile about. So, a couple of thoughts there. The first and foremost is your brain doesn't care if it's a real smile that you feel or a fake smile that you're just putting on. Of course, a real smile in your face, your eyes, and a reason for it is the most wonderful and will have more of an impact. But even a fake smile will trigger your brain. It will see the muscles move and will still release those happy hormones, which can, of course, create positive offset to the reason that you don't feel like smiling in the first place. So it's a bit of the chicken and the egg. If you smile, you release hormones that leave you feeling happier. And if you feel happier, you will smile more. And now you have this wonderful happy loop that can shift you a bit more to where you want to be in your mindset. Yes, you still have your same problems. It won't give you more money to pay your bills. It won't find you the love of your life. It won't cure your chronic illness. But maybe your smile will help people see you more at work and will get you more opportunities. Maybe it will make you feel more confident and give an outward glow that will attract a person you're meant to be with. And it's proven that these happy hormones can increase your pain threshold. And if smiling leads to laughter, as they say, that's the best medicine. Now, I'm sure you know someone that maybe smiles a lot, whether it's someone you know closely, or maybe it's the cashier at the local store, maybe it's a teacher at your school. Think about whoever that is. Really reflect on what effect they have on you when you see them smile. Don't you find yourself gravitating to people like that? They seem to just exude a light inside from their smile. When someone smiles at you, don't you feel seen and cared for? Now imagine if you simply smiled more. We've already established the physical and mental effects to yourself, how you can help your mind and your body by this one small change. But now imagine the impact you may have on all those people you come in contact with. Now, I know not everyone is comfortable smiling at complete strangers. You may be afraid and thinking, well, what if they don't smile back? What if they think I'm some weirdo? Or in some cases, maybe it's going to annoy them. I would just say, remember to check your ego. It's not always about you. and people react based on their own lives and what's going on in their day-to-day. If someone doesn't react how you wanted them to, or they don't return your smile, don't take it personally, and know that you still offered that smile out of kindness, and it still matters. It matters to you and to the person receiving that smile, even if you don't see it in their response. But if you really are uncomfortable smiling, start with yourself. And if you're not feeling confident, you're still trying to deal with your own negative self-talk, then start by smiling at yourself could be the best start for you. Start by looking at yourself in the mirror and smile at yourself for just a minute. Maybe even add some positive words to start your day if that's not working for you. Something as simple as, "You got this." Or maybe, "You're kind, you're strong, and you will offer your best today." So not only will your brain respond to the muscles smiling with these happy hormones, but your brain seeing you smile can also reduce your own anxiety. And if you tie this morning smiling start to something else you already do, you can begin to gain consistency and create a new habit. So maybe tie smiling to making coffee. Maybe tie smiling to walking the dog. And by the way, dogs love when we smile too. They also react positively. Then, as you feel more comfortable, you can offer that smile to others. It helps to put others at ease, and you'll find that most people will respond positively. We all react with mirror neurons where we naturally respond in kind to those around us. It's left over from when we were cavemen and lived in tribes and had to be sure to be accepted and protected by others. Our brains mirror back to what we see, and we respond in kind. It increases our empathy to each other. Someone smiling at us makes us feel that there is a positive intention set, and we typically respond that way. So, with all the positive impacts on you, on those around you, why not make this one easy, quick, free change and just see where it takes you? There's a poem by Spike Milligan that I'd like to share. Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw me grin. When he smiled, I realized I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile and then realized its worth. A single smile just like mine could travel around the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic quick and get the world infected. In today's world, with all that we're dealing with, you can be that ripple in the ocean, where your one smile can be shared and travel around the world, and who knows how much impact you will have, however many people that share the smile that you begin. And remember, you will automatically benefit yourself regardless. Imagine being able to have such a positive impact on yourself and the world. Thank you so much for listening. And maybe you can start that impact by sharing this podcast with someone you know that maybe needs to hear this. And maybe they will smile knowing that you cared about them and thought of them today. So let's start. One person, one smile at a time, one change, little by little, and piece by piece. This podcast is based on my own life experiences. I'm not a therapist, a psychologist, psychiatrist, or any other licensed medical professional. Please share this podcast with anyone you think needs to hear this so that we all move forward, little by little and piece by piece. And thank you, Purple Planet, for sharing your music.